Now, please welcome to the stage Assistant Deputy Administrator for Field Operations, USDA Farm Service Agency, Latrice Hill.
In the past few years, we've seen military veterans return from overseas fighting for our great nation in battle. However, as you know, men and women, servicemen and women, tend to have a passion and a dedication that continues even after they've transitioned from active duty status. What greater opportunity would it be than to return and continue to support the country than by supporting and contributing to the nation's economy and also to the local economy through farming and ranching. USDA is committed to helping veterans return back home and find meaningful work in agriculture. At the Farm Service Agency, we serve as a bridge to opportunity, providing farmers and ranchers, including beginning farmers and ranchers, such as veterans, find the resources that they need to get started. Well, today we're honored to have one such veteran here with us. Here's his story.
So I did just under 5 years with the 1st Ranger Battalion. I had 4 combat deployments, 3 to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan. And my last deployment to Afghanistan, I was wounded by the Taliban in a near ambush. Word of mouth in the community, I had heard that I need to go up and talk to the USDA and I need to talk to the Farm Service Agency. So that led me to Mr. Rubin here at the Farm Service Agency, and he told me, he's like, hey, there are programs that we offer that you need to be signing up for. I had no idea what he was talking about. I had no idea that any of these programs even existed before I walked in there. So first thing you would want to do transitioning from the military as a veteran like myself, you need to call your Farm Service Agency. You need to set up an appointment. And once you're in that office and once you sit down, they walk you through and they'll tell you not only what you're eligible for, but how to go about it. You know, what paperwork do you need to file? And they won't just tell you, hey, form 214. They'll say, hey, here's the form right here. I'll print it out. We'll go over it together. And they'll help you through that process and kind of shoot you in the right direction.
He came in and it was all new. It was all, and we sat there a good hour and a half talking about all this, which to help his operation grow as far as what he's wanting to do in the next 10 years.
I'd hardly even seen a cow before. I invested in them, and it's kind of been a learning experience since day one. But conveniently, this community out here has really supported me. There's a lot of older cattlemen who've been doing it for years who've really taken me under their wing and really helped me out. And I can call them, like Mr. K, I can call him twice a day, every day with every idea that I come up with or any questions I have regarding just simple stuff like how to dehorn and vaccinate calves to how to market genetics worldwide. The biggest thing I think Ranger Cattle has done for me personally, transitioning from the military, was it gave me a means of transition. It gave me something I can put my name behind, a product. I used to wear a uniform that bared my name on it. I took great pride in wearing that uniform. Well, now my name is Ranger Cattle, and we take great pride in producing that product. So Ranger Cattle has become a means to continue to serve our community even after the military. And so I'd like to serve the nation and not just Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Sergeant Joshua Eilers of Austin, Texas.
So, how are you?
Doing great. First, I'd like to say thank you for your service. That's remarkable. But I'm going to have to tell you, I've got to ask a question. How does one go from the battlefield to a cow pasture?
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's really the most conventional transition from the military, but I think it might be one of the best, you know, or one of the best approaches another veteran should take or could take, you know. A lot of it was accident, to tell you the truth. A lot of it was just kind of, hey, let's chase dreams, you know. That's why I joined the military. That's why I became a Ranger, was just chasing a dream. And I get out, and it's like, well, you know, little boys always look up to cowboys. They look up to, you know, like cattlemen, cowboys, and it's like, hey, why not do that? You know, it's like life isn't that long. Let's chase these dreams. Let's see how far we can push it. So,
Wonderful.
man, that took me into raising beef animals.
Okay.
I had zero experience in it, but I took it, and I was like, hey, let's run with it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you know, Ranger cattle, this whole conference has a lot to do with local impacts. How do you feel, or do you feel that you're even contributing to your local economy?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, usually people think of economies as something massive. And it's like, well, it doesn't have to be. It can be tiny, you know, even smaller than, you know, just the Austin community. I think we are making an impact in Austin, you know, but I think even at the individual family level, an economy is important. So when someone comes to one of our farmers markets or to one of our restaurants and they want to spend their money, well, they worked hard for that money. So we want to give them a great product. We want to, you know, show them, hey, we have this product and this is why it's worth your hard work. And with that, they want accountability. And I think that's what local food gives, you know, to consumers is, hey, you know, this product was raised right and those animals were treated right. And the reason you know that is because we're just 6 miles down the road. You can come see our operation. You know, it's completely transparent.
Right, and that really makes a difference.
Yeah.
One other thing, for the folks in the audience, we might have some veterans or some new farmers who may be considering going into farming. What are a couple of best practices or tips that you'd be willing to share with them?
Well, I think a mentor, you know, find somebody, one of the older guys, find somebody that knows what they're doing, that even has an approach that they can take, because everybody wants to help you, you know, whether it's a government organization or an individual who's never dealt with the government. You know, everyone wants to help veterans transition. You know, there's so many struggles with transition these days, especially like being a country at war, that one of the best ways, you know, when you're out in a pasture, there's a certain therapy. You know, a term that I really love is agrotherapy. You know, and that really helps with PTSD and a bunch of other issues. And so I think, you know, going into agriculture is the way to do that. So if you're going to go into agriculture, you need to reach out to those mentors or those government agencies such as yourself. You know, the Farm Service Agency is a great one that can really help you. Because I think beginning farmers and ranchers are important, but it doesn't matter if they're not successful. So we really got to strive to help them be successful. And I think you guys are some of the agencies that do a great job of that.
Great, great. Well, we definitely do try, and we are committed to helping veterans and new farmers as yourself impact local economies. And before you go, just one last thing I have to ask. They were talking about the Pats earlier and the Falcons.
Yeah.
Who is your team?
I mean, the Cowboys.
All right, all right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Josh Eilers.